Hey YouTube family, it's Miss Peaches here with another video. And today, we're going to be starting lots of seeds. Come join us. Alright y'all, so we must not forget when starting our seeds inside that there's some seeds that need to be started around the same time outside. I'm about to start some of these pole beans in the pots with my garlic. So I'm going to put a little tomato cage in there. And I'm going to put about 5 seeds around the tomato cage. 4 around it and 1 in the middle. That's how I typically do it. And yeah, hopefully they'll come up good. Let's do that. Let's try to get close to the edge so that we don't disturb the garlic. That's probably good. These beans ain't gonna get heavy, so that's okay. Alright, let's do this one.
Why are you doing that?
So the beans like to grow up onto something tall. So you put this in here so that the beans have something to grow up on. Make sense?
Yeah.
Alright, you want to plant some with me? All right, for these peas, you have to plant them 1 to 1.5 inches deep. Yeah. All right. Let's put another one over here. Let's go down about, what's that? Almost 2 inches. That's all right. All right, now we're gonna drop a seed in each one of those holes. We made them. Hold your hand out right here so I can give you the seeds. Put 1 in each hole. Drop 1 in there. Actually, drop 2 in there. Just in case the one don't come up. Alright. Drop 2 in that one. Alright. Drop 2 in the middle. 1.
Yeah, you did give me too much.
Did you put 2 in the middle?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're dropping them in there simultaneously. Wait. All right, and just cover them over. I'm not going to water these in because it rained real good the last few days, and this dirt, I don't know if y'all can tell, but this dirt is pretty wet. So, all right, we're going to see how this companion planting goes. Beans and garlic. Let's do it again. All right, drop 2 in each hole. 2 right there.
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 You gotta put 2 in the middle. You're not putting them in the hole I'm pointing to on purpose, huh? You something else. All right. I hope this works good. Never tried it before, but hey, beans don't really have a lot of roots, and neither does garlic, so maybe they'll like each other. All right, let's go inside and start some more seeds. My babies are going to join me a little bit today as we start some seeds. Say hey.
Hi.
All right, so first we're going to start with some of the supplies that we have. Okay, some of the essentials that you need for indoor seed starting. Now, okay, I take that back. They're not all essentials. This one is not an essential. This is a heat mat. It's a 10 by 20 heat mat. This is the first year I'll be using a heat mat. But I've always started seeds without it. The only thing I know is that the heat mat will help to speed up germination on some of the seeds. So I just got one. I haven't tried it before. We'll see how that goes. Not a necessity, a nicety. Put it that way. All right, starting from the bottom, going up. So I got some seed starting trays or kits. They come with the tray, they come with the peat pellets, and they come with the dome. The reason why I got the kind with the peat pellets this year is because I always have such a hard time with gnats in my sunroom every time I start seeds that I want to try to decrease the gnats. And I do a pretty good job of checking on my seedlings daily. A lot of people say that the peat pellets dry out more quickly, but I always use the seed starting mix, which is pretty much just peat anyway. So I don't see that being that much different, but we'll see. So I got a 72 and a 36. This is a 36. This is a 72. The tray is essential because it helps you to water your seedlings from the bottom, which is the best way to water them. If you water them from the top, the tray is still good because it catches the water that comes out of the seeds and gives the water somewhere to drain.
I noticed something. These are smaller than these.
They are. These are for smaller plants. Soil, of course, is a necessity. These peat pellets will be our soil this year. And a dome, I'm not going to say a dome is a necessity, but a way to hold the humidity in while your seeds germinate is a necessity. It could be saran wrap, a dome, whatever it is that you use. Those are some necessities that you're going to need. You're also going to need some grow lights. This is my other baby. I don't know if y'all can see her. She's going to help us as well. I don't have all my grow lights out here yet because when you're first germinating your seedlings, you don't need the lights. But I did buy a new bulb. You do need lights. This is a sunroom and there's plenty of windows in here, but windows are designed to block some of the UV rays. So I just still put grow lights over my plants, just in case, just to make sure. Y'all see my lemons back here, they haven't had any grow lights and they're doing okay. But I like my seedlings to have a little extra light.
The orange leaves are darker than those.
Yeah. This one right here, these two, I'm not sure. They're not looking the best. We're gonna see, but yeah, that one looks great. It also has a whole bunch more of those green pellets in the dirt, so maybe that's why it's so much darker. It has more fertilizer in it. Oh, and knock some of them out. All right, let's continue with the necessities. Another necessity that you have to have when seed starting are seeds. And as you guys can see, I got plenty of those. I did the same thing a lot of gardeners did. I bought one of these photo storage containers. Probably got it from Amazon, I don't remember. And I house all my seeds in here. They're mostly categorized by what type of seed it is and by the season. So it starts over here with summer, ends over here with fall. And you need your hands. You need something to label your seeds with because you might forget what they are if you don't. I'm going to use the little things that came with the seed starting kits that I bought. And I'm going to just write on these with pen. I've noticed whenever I write on markers, which this kit did come with some markers, whenever I write on these, it disappears after a while anyway. So I don't think I'm going to do that this year. I think I'm just going to use these while they're in here. When I take them outside, I'm just going to make a detailed map of my garden on paper so I know where everything is. Because I don't like to waste my time and resources on something that's not going to work. And I've been doing this for quite a few years, and I haven't found the marker that would stay yet. First thing we're going to do with these peat pellets is we're going to soak them with some warm water. We're going to let the water soak in. They're going to plump up and get taller. Once they are completely expanded, we're going to start sowing our seeds and talking about our garden plans for this year. All right, y'all. Let's get growing.
Yeah.
I'm curious. There's another little tray inside this tray, which I guess makes sense because it holds the little pellets in place. Oh, look, there's holes in there. That's what I was wondering. Okay. So if you ever want to use this without peat pellets, you can. Good deal. All right. Let's pour some water in here. It said 4.5 cups. Do y'all know how many cups are in a gallon? This water ain't warm, y'all, so they might not puff up as quickly as they would if I had used warm water. Oh, I need Slow down. Some of these pellets trying to float away. Alright, it's full. Hope I didn't put too much. I didn't measure. Y'all know we don't be measuring. We just be doing something. Am I the only gardener that don't measure? I just be doing something. This is how they're looking. This one might have a little bit too much water. This one I don't know because it's floating. See, it's floating on top of the water. So I don't have a really good grasp on how much. Oh, this one. Huh, that's interesting, y'all. This one doesn't have an extra tray in it. That's why you see so much water. This one does, but when you go underneath there, no, it's not set up like the other one. I wonder why it's like that. I don't know. They're not interchangeable. I was thinking that they were interchangeable, but they're not. But anyway, some of them are starting to... No, it ain't. It's just floating. I was gonna say it's starting to puff up, but no. It's just floating. No, these are starting to puff up a little bit. Not much. So that might take a minute. So in the meantime, let's talk about our garden plans. All right, let's talk for a minute. I might be being a little bit too, what's the word? What's the word when you're moving faster than you might need to be moving? Ambitious. I might be being a little bit too ambitious. Let's talk about why I might be being a little bit too ambitious. I made my garden plans based on how I want my garden to be by the beginning of the season, not how it is right now. So, in order for these garden plans to come to fruition, I need 2 or 3 more beds. Now, I know me and my husband can do it because we can do anything we put our minds to, okay? I just don't know if we're going to want to do it. But as I have told you guys before, I'm the type of person that likes to start before I'm ready because that motivates me to get ready. That might not be the best way to live life, but that's how I live my life. So I'm gonna show y'all my plans. And actually these plans have already changed because I put some potatoes in the garden that I don't even have on this plan. So some things are gonna have to move around, which I already have a plan for that, which is good. And I'll talk to you guys about that. But let me turn y'all around and show y'all my garden plan and talk y'all through it. Okay. All right, it's starting to work in a few places, y'all. A few of them are starting to absorb. All right, while we waiting on that, let's talk about this garden plan. The sun's going up and down, so I'm gonna try to do my best not to have y'all looking into too much shadow. But anyway, this is how I have my garden plan for this year. I drew out a schematic, I guess you would call it, and I tried to do it where each box was 1 square foot. This is where my future greenhouse is supposed to be. It's a dog kennel right now. There's our shed. My trees that I put in this year. The third one's a little bit on it. The fourth one's off the page, but anyway, that's how it's gonna have to be. I'll have to draw this differently next time where I put them closer together and just ignore the spacing in between them so that I can fit them all on the same page. Because I do plan on having 4 more beds. My plan for this year was just to do 2 and then next year do 2 more, but I don't think that's gonna work for what I want to plant. So I'm probably gonna do 3 this year and then 1 more, plus I want to do grapes. So that'll be my job or my project for next year. So anyway, I got a little key down here and I used my key to make my plan for my actual seeds. What you see? Oh, My son's excited about that, y'all. All right. That looks cool, doesn't it? All right, so let's talk about this. This is the bed we have existing right here. It's a 12 by 12. 4 foot here, 4 foot here, 4 foot here. And this is garlic that I put in over the fall. Y'all remember that? That's still growing. I want to grow some corn here with some pole beans growing up the corn. I think that might be not the best plan for me because I feel like it's going to prevent me from seeing all my beans, but it is recommended to grow them together. We're going to see how that goes. Here's some okra right here. What's the key for that? Bush cherry. 2 bush cherries, cucamelons, cucumbers. I don't ever have the best luck with cucumbers, and we don't eat a lot of cucumbers anyway, so I'm just gonna grow them. We'll see how it goes. Now this is gonna have to change because I got potatoes here, but this is supposed to be banana peppers, mild jalapeno peppers, and chili jalapeno peppers. This is potatoes, so I'm gonna have to take these peppers and I'm gonna move them over here where these pole beans are, because I got these pole beans inside of the pots with my garlic. If you seen me and my son plant those outside just a few minutes ago. So that was an easy fix. Take the beans out, put the peppers there instead. It's the same square footage. Should work the same way. Okay, these are flowers. We got some zinnias and marigolds. I found a video of my garden from 2021 and it was beautiful, y'all. It had so many flowers. I'm going back to that. Plus, I love flowers. I want to start cutting flowers out of my garden to bring into my home to beautify my home. So those are zinnias and marigolds. On the other side, we got more zinnias and marigolds. We got some, let's see what that is. Burgundy beans, black beans, and bush beans right here. These are all bush varieties right here. Pole varieties, I had a little trellis drew there for them, but these don't need a pole. They're all bushy. This one is a vanilla sunflower that I'm going to put here. All right, this one is going to be netted because every year, y'all know, my squash get big and beautiful and then they get taken over by the squash bugs, and I'm so frustrated with that I do plan on netting my squash this year. That does mean I'm going to have to hand pollinate, but that's all right. I'm fine with that. If that's going to prevent me from getting those squash bugs, I'm fine with that. So several squash and zucchini plants here, marigolds as well, and some bunching onions. That's what I have planned for here. Down here, I got plans for 2 mammoth sunflowers. I don't know how they're going to go, so I'm just going to try 2. They're going to be beautiful, and I know that you can use them to roast the sunflower seeds, but I just don't know how much we're going to enjoy that. We don't really eat sunflower seeds a lot here. They're not really something that I can cut and put into a arrangement in the house, so I don't know. We'll see about those. Okay, here's some more vanilla sunflowers. This one, what is this one? Ground cherries, 2 ground cherries, a Senna Marzano Roma tomato, a Brandywine tomato, and 2 red cherry tomatoes, because y'all know I love red cherry. That's the most prolific tomato we always have in our garden. And actually, I've gotten a few other varieties of cherry tomatoes since I did this. So we might be changing this around. Might be taking one out, putting one other variety. I'm trying to find some more space to squeeze in another cherry tomato. So this might change up. Then we got Sunbright peppers, and it says Cali. So I think California Wonder Bell pepper right here. So I might cut these down to 1 and have more tomatoes. And then more zinnias, because you know, we're gonna do flowers this year. Okay, so in planning out this, I had a key here that I used, and as you can see, I just wrote down what it was and drew a picture for how I was gonna represent it in the garden, and that's what I represented it with in the picture. It's pretty easy for me to follow that way. So once I looked at the seed packets, I looked at the spacing, and I tried to do it accordingly. Once I figured out how many I could fit in, I went back and I wrote in how many plants I need for each type. And I have, my aunt wants a few things too. So I'm starting some seeds for my aunt and for myself. So I wrote out how many she wanted. I wrote out how many I had on my schematic. I added hers in there, and then I have a total of each seed and how many I need to start. So I normally don't do that. I normally just start a whole, normally each row is a certain type of plant, okay? It's not gonna be that way this year because I'm trying to be more conscious of what I'm doing in the garden this year and with my plants. And I don't want to just be throwing stuff in there willy-nilly and having too much of some and not enough of others. So yeah, this is our plan. It was pretty easy to do. And this is in my little notebook. I'll be keeping up with it. And as you can see, I tore out a few pages, but this is what I used to actually plant our garden. That's when our dog was still with us. She's not with us anymore, unfortunately. But this is what I used to plant our garden. And look, the measurements weren't what they are now. I changed it up a little bit. I needed a little bit more than 2 foot. I don't really remember exactly why I changed that up. But yeah, it's nothing like it was when I first initially planted it. This is how we evolve over time. Thank you. This was my plans for my garden back in, I don't remember, 2022, maybe 2021 when I first started. Oh, I had plans for a big trellis across the back and this and that. Now, I had marigolds in here and tomatoes and basil, and a lot of this stuff did not come to fruition. A lot of it did. I did have zinnias. I did have marigolds. I did have okra, bell peppers, and squash. I had a lot of that stuff. But I didn't have onions because I never can get onions to come up. I never bought the basil, so I didn't have any basil. But, and I never did do the trellis across the back either. I just grew my beans and cucumbers and stuff on tomato cages. So yeah, it's interesting to kind of go through and see what plans have worked and what plans haven't. So I'm going to keep this little notebook so I can look over the years. I'm going to try to put the year on the top. I need to probably put spring and fall since I enjoy fall gardening now. I'll probably need to put that up there too. That way I can just keep a track of what I've been doing over the years. But yeah, looks like our pellets are getting pretty close to being fully expanded. So let's let them finish and we'll come back. Well, looks like all the water's gone. Let's put some more. Let's see if all the water's gone over here too. Oh, we need to put some more water, y'all.
I knew it.
You knew it? All right, let's put some more water.
Why are they supposed to soak up water?
Why? In order for them to expand. They dry them out and press them. Compress them down so that they will be sterile and so that they'll fit inside the thing to be easy to ship. And then when you get them, you have to rehydrate them. You got to make them wet again. All right, let's let it finish. Let's start with the big stuff. Let's start with the okra. I'll be doing 4 regular okra and 2 red okra. I've never done red okra before. I always start my okra inside when I start everything else, so that's what we're gonna do.
Why did you have to
Okra has to be planted 3/4 inch. All right, who wants to drop some okras?
Me.
Okay. Start with you. I want you to put 2 in each one.
In each one of these?
Start right here and then do right there.
Here?
No, the first one. Yeah. Put 2 in there.
How did there a deep hole there?
Both of them grow, I'll just pinch one of them off. I made the hole deep. Oh yeah. Put 2 in the last one. Alright, that's 4 okra. Got a lot of okra seeds left. Put 2 in here and 2 in there. So for anyone that's wondering, I normally use my finger for a spacing guide. So up to the first knuckle, I'd say is 1 inch. So that one called for 3/4 of an inch. So I put 3/4 of my finger down to that knuckle. This is how I make the holes. All right, we got those planted. Now I'm gonna take a moment to write them down and put a mark right here so I know which end is which. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait a minute now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, so these don't match this. That's frustrating. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That one matches that one, but this one does not match this one. That's frustrating. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I'm gonna have to just split some of them. 6. 7. Y'all see what I had to do? I had to make it work. It came with the wrong number of things. That's frustrating. Because if you say you're going to provide something for somebody, you're supposed to provide the right thing. But anyway, we made it work. We're going to move on. All right. Got those labeled. Let's move on to the next thing. Cucumbers and cucamelons and all that stuff. Recommended to start inside 2 to 4 weeks before transplanting, within 2 weeks after your average frost date. So I'm not going to start these yet. Unlike some of the other plants like tomatoes, bell peppers, okra, these need to be started probably in about 2 more weeks. I'm going to hold off on these. Same with my loofah and my squash. It don't take much time for these to germinate and get large, so you don't have to start them quite as early. So we're going to come back to these at a later time. Our beans, we're going to start outside, so we're not going to start these in here. Now, I have mixed feelings about corn. People say you shouldn't start it inside. Some people say you should start it inside. The instructions say sow directly in the ground. I say this. I ain't never done it before. It ain't gonna hurt to try. So we gonna try. How many corn did I say I wanted? 8. This might be interesting. Right here, feel like it already got something growing in it. What is that? Look at that, y'all. Daggum twig. Oh boy. 8. Should I put 2? Yeah, I'm going to. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a first time for everything. There's a first time for everything. There's a first time for everything. Oh. So I kind of loosen up this mesh so that I can put my dirt down and close my holes. All right, we got our tomatoes next, which I bought a few new ones. I got a honeycomb hybrid, a yellow pear. I got some ground cherries, which I'm very excited about. I have only heard nice things about this. I got a yellow bush. I I've got these San Marzano. These Roma tomatoes always get end blossom rot every single time. I don't know if it's something I'm doing wrong or if it's something with these seeds, but I'm gonna try it one more time. All right, I got a Brandywine heirloom and a large red cherry. This is my baby right here. These never let me down. So I got a lot of tomatoes here. And I'm probably, see, I'm gonna get to that play it by ear phase, and I don't wanna do that. I make this plan. But some of these tomatoes aren't on this plan. Okay. So I haven't accounted for several of these different, I accounted for 5 of them, but I got, all right. We just gonna start, y'all. We're gonna do 2. We're gonna do 2 of the ones I don't have written down, and then the other ones I do have written down. I'm gonna go by what I got written. Don't judge me, please. Don't judge me. Okay, these 3 I don't have accounted for. I'm gonna find somewhere to put them though. So let's just do 2 of each. Okay, so this yellow pear tomato says 1/4 inch. Woo, these some little bitty seeds. Just gonna put about 3 in there. 1, 2, 3. I don't put them too deep. I see now I'm gonna need a much larger seed starting setup next year. I'm starting to find new varieties that I might like, which means I'm gonna have to start more seeds. All right, let me write those down. Now we're gonna do the honeycomb hybrid, which I'm excited about. We're gonna have some good salads. 1/4 inch depth as well. Let's see. Yeah, these seeds are pretty much the same size as the last ones. Y'all, I have a fear of putting seeds in one that already got seeds in it. That's why I keep counting over and over again. That was the honeycomb hybrid. Okay, the next 2, I'm gonna go ahead and write them down. They're the patio choice yellow. I can almost guarantee this is gonna be a 1/4 of an inch. Oh, 1/8 of an inch. Wow. Shoot, I might as well not even make a hole. Yellow choice. Let's get it. Wait a minute. These seeds was inside a package. I ain't never seen that before. All right, botanical interest. Okay, why they do that? All right, botanical interest. Let me see why y'all did that. Okay, maybe that's just how y'all like to do it, because these seeds don't look no different than them other tomato seeds. But I ain't gonna hate. I do feel like these things need to be open because your seed needs to be able to germinate out. Might have a hard time doing that if this mesh stuff is in the way. All right. That was very interesting packaging. I like that. Peel back flaps more for more info. Maybe that's why they do that. So you can peel it back and read on the inside of it, but still have the seed inside of something. That's very clever. That's very clever. I don't want to do that because I need to see the pictures so I know what it is. Ground cherries, just 2. Okay. This one doesn't have. This is not inside of a package. Okay, I'm not gonna worry about it. All right, this one is 1/4 inch depth. Woo, these some little seeds. Oh my goodness. Why are these 1/4 inch depth, but those bigger seeds were 1/8 inch depth? Just in case y'all didn't know, if you're beginners to seed sowing, typically the bigger the seed, the deeper the hole. These seeds are so tiny. They look like the size of lettuce seeds, which would make me think that I need to just put it on top, but it says 1/4 inch. That is interesting. Okay. I might put 4 in each hole. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just because I don't know about these little bitty seeds being that deep down. I don't feel comfortable with it. I'm gonna have to keep my eye on those because I might have to start those again. Because I just don't know if this seed is gonna be able to come through that much dirt. Mercy. And I really, really want these ground cherries. So I really want that one to come up. I'm really excited about trying these. Have y'all ever grown ground cherries? Apparently they're sweet, like a berry, and you can make like cobbler and cake and all that kind of stuff, jam. Yes. All right, next we got our brandy wine heirlooms. How many do we need? Probably 4, because my aunt wants 2. 5? Dang, I ain't got that many things left. Well, I also don't have that many tomatoes left, so. 1, 2. I'm putting 2 in each one of these holes, y'all. Now these tomatoes gonna have to be potted up probably in 2 weeks, and I normally pot them up into like some red Solo cups, the dollar version, the dollar plastic cups is what I pot them up into. It'll be time to do that. Probably about 2 weeks. San Marzano and red cherry left for the tomatoes. How many San Marzano did I say I needed? 1? Yeah, I understand why I said 1. How did I say a cherry? 2. They always give me a hard time. That's why I only want 1. I'm gonna put 3 in this one, just to make sure, since I'm only doing 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? Just want to make sure I get something, since I'm only doing 1. I probably should start 2 just in case. Yeah, I probably should. I put it on the other side of the red cherry so I can write it down. Shouldn't just start 1 of anything. You never know what might happen. All right, 2 red cherries. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8. Did I just put that somewhere? That's not what I did. I think I put a San Marzano inside of a brandy wine. Oh, shucky duck. No, I don't know what I just did. I ain't gonna lie to you. Let's That's it for the tomatoes. All right, y'all. I did a little mix up. I put some San Marzano inside that brandy wine by accident. I don't know which one it's gonna be. Anyway, I went back and I also put San Marzano where it was supposed to be. And I went and did all sweet and Bush Sugar Baby watermelon. And we're done with this one. This end. And let's do the small ones, which I'm gonna do mostly flowers and some smaller seeds and my bell peppers, because my bell peppers normally don't get to a very large size before I put them in the garden. If they do, I can upsize them a little bit until they're ready to go outside. So we're gonna put them in here. It done got dark outside, as you guys can tell, so let's keep going. It's dark outside now, y'all, but I'm done. I'm gonna show y'all what I did real quick. Tell y'all the plan for what I got left to do, and talk to y'all next time. All right, my children were too rambunctious and it was taking a little long, so I didn't make y'all sit through all of this. Y'all know the concept. This is the first tray, and as you can see, the humidity is already building up in there. This one has the 9mm pellets, and I used it for larger plants like okra, corn, tomatoes, watermelon, plants that grow a little bit bigger. I did not start my squash and zucchini and things yet. I'm gonna wait a little bit before I start those. In the 3mm pellets, I started smaller plants like onions, peppers, because peppers normally don't grow really fast and they don't get really large for me until I put them in the garden, and flowers like marigolds, zinnias, some smaller cut and coming in sunflowers as well. Is what I did over here in this one. Still got a few seeds left to start, a few flowers that I want to get started. So I'll probably tomorrow go outside and get some of those plastic containers I have, sanitize them and bring them in here to start. And I did get an extra tray just in case I needed to do that, so I'll probably have to do that. The heat mat, I'm not sure how I'm going to use it because I got peppers in this one and tomatoes in this one, and I really think the peppers need it more than the tomatoes, so I'm probably going to put the heat mat under this one, but I'll think about that and let you guys know. So yeah, I got pretty much everything planted out except for the direct sow things and the things that only need to be started about 2 weeks ahead. I accomplished a lot today, you guys. Don't be intimidated. It's not hard. It's not difficult at all. If they don't germinate, just try again. And if it comes time for them to be in the garden, well, direct sow them out there. I feel like this. Everyone's journey is different. You don't have to be successful at everything. It's about learning. So if you learn something, that's all that matters. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be continuing to learn and grow. And I'm hoping in the next few seasons, I'll be able to grow all my produce. That might be ambitious of me again, but we're going to see. So anyway, you guys, thank you for coming along with me. If you have any questions, let me know. Make sure that you like this video if you liked it. Make sure you subscribe. Leave me a comment. And make sure you check out my shorts. I normally post a short almost every single day to keep you updated on what's going on in the garden, because there's always something changing. The garden is ever changing. So make sure you keep up with me with those as well. And until next time, keep growing, you guys. See you later.